This weekend we stopped at the Goodwill Outlet in Appleton, Wisconsin. If you've never been to a Goodwill Outlet, it's one of these places where they sell all the things they didn't want to sell in their stores. They just fill up these big blue dumpsters and you dive in to see what you can find. We filled an entire cart while we were there. Let's check out our haul. I call this first batch of items, "Why did I buy this?" When you're digging through the bins as fast as you can, you see things that look cool and you throw them in your cart. And by the end, you forget you have some of the things in your cart, and you end up with this kind of things. So I got this Bandai model kit from Pacific Rim. It's the Obsidian Fury. And I've never tried one of these snap together model kits, so I thought maybe I would try it. It's got all the things still on the sprue inside, but what I didn't notice while I was there is that it doesn't have the instructions. So maybe I can find those online. I'm not sure, but you know, this weighs like nothing, and when you're paying per pound, it's just throw it in your cart. And then I got a selection of VHS tapes. I know there's a lot of VHS collectors out there. I'm not one of them, but they just called to me and I threw them in the cart. We've got Labyrinth, one of my favorite Jim Henson movies on VHS. And then this 4-pack of Universal Monster movies. I just thought they looked really cool together. If I ever had a Universal Monster collection of figures, I would set them in front of this and look really great. But overall, I'm not sure why I got these things, but like I said, when you're paying per pound, just throw it in the cart. Now, these are the things I look for when I'm digging at Goodwill Outlet. I tend to find various vintage toys in different states of disrepair. Here we have a G.I. Joe. It's ripcord. It's his upper body and head. O-ring broke and he lost his legs, but if you ever have a ripcord that needs some replacement parts, this might come in handy. I also had on this G.I. Joe accessory pack brown helmet. And also from G.I. Joe, we have one of Chuckle's legs. Up next, we have one of the thumb wrestlers from Hasbro, I believe. These were from the late 80s, early 90s. You would put your thumb in here, and just like normal thumb wrestling, you could fight with the figure. This guy was really filthy when I found him. I cleaned him up. He looks really nice. Then I grabbed this more modern toy, Yoshi, obviously from Nintendo. I'm going to be setting up a game room in another room, and this is a nice Yoshi figure to put on the shelf with my Nintendo games. And then, from She-Ra, we have Angela here. She's in really good shape, still has her crystal in her chest. We already have this figure with the wings, but I think this figure might be a little better than the one we have, so I might swap her accessories out. But, you know, it's a 1984 Angela, just hanging out in the dumpster bins. Then I even found some vintage Ninja Turtles. We got Mutating Raph here. My last Ninja Turtle haul from 2 weeks ago you saw. I got a mutating Michelangelo, so now we have Raph. It's one of those ones that turns into a baby turtle. Not in the greatest shape, but, you know, paying per pound, you grab what vintage toys you can find. And then, we've got Krang's android body here. It's missing the door in Krang. I already have a Krang in my collection. He's in really horrible shape. He's missing the antenna on his head. His hands have been chewed on, and his heel is the worst. It looks like a dog got a hold of it and absolutely chewed his heel off. But I don't have a Android Krang in my collection, so, you know, paid hardly anything for this, and was pretty psyched to find that in the bins. If you have an aversion to pastel and sparkles, divert your eyes now, because we found a ton of vintage My Little Pony. I did a bunch of research to figure out what these were, so we will go through each one by one. This is from 1984. This is a Lemon Drop. She came with the Show Stable playset. Next up, we have Majesty. She came with the Dream Castle. She did not come with this crown. I actually had that in my parts bin. don't ask. Up next, we have Sprinkles, who also came with a playset. She came with the Waterfell playset, also from 1984. And then we have Skippity Doo. This is one of the So Soft ponies. She's nicely flocked. Reminds me of Panther from Masters of the Universe. The flocking on here is actually even better than Panther, so maybe Skeletor should trade in.
I've suddenly forgotten why I want Castle Grayskull. All I need is my little pony. Mwah!
Also from 1986, we have Baby Cuddles here. We have 3 of Baby Cuddles. She's what you call a Betty Eye pony, where her eyes blink, just like an old-timey baby doll. I assume these all came from the same collection, so I do not know why this person had 3 of Baby Cuddles. And then up next, also from 86, we have Sundance. She's what they call one of the twice as fancy ponies, where she has decorations on both sides. She came in a 2-pack with a human character named Megan. Then, from 1989, we have Dance and Prance Songster. She's got this wheel in her front where you turn it and she's jammed. Her tail twists around. And then also from 89, we have Caramel Crunch. And then also from 89, we have Sunspot, one of the Sparkle ponies. She's in this translucent orange color with lots of glitter embedded inside. Another from 89, we have Baby Splashes. A little painted on diaper there. A little tooth in the front. And then here's the heavy hitter from the collection we found. This is a mail order pony that you could only get by ordering through the mail. It's one of the wedding ponies. His name is Tux and Tails. And believe it or not, if you look this up on eBay, this pony goes for over $100. And here's our last pony here from 1990. This is Posy Rose. She's one of the Sweet Steps ballerina ponies. It's kind of got longer legs than the others and is wearing like a ballerina outfit. So that's what we got from the Goodwill Outlet. A pretty good haul of vintage toys from the 80s. I'm pretty happy with what we came away with. Not my best visit to the Goodwill Outlet, but still really good. We'll see if we have room for the ponies on the girl shelves we have for my wife, or else they may end up being sold. But if you see vintage toys being sold by the pound for less than $2 a pound, you pick them up. So, pretty happy with that haul. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And we'll see you next time in the Toy Cave.